Hi guys, welcome to Coatepec. Hola amigos, I am in Jalapa waiting for an Uber to take me to Coatepec. It's only about like less than a 20-minute drive, so just gonna take an Uber instead of walking to the bus station and getting on a bus, because I'm bougie like that. Let's go! Hola, buenos días, Héctor. Okay, gracias. Okay, teléfono, pero los bolsos, ya, gracias. Okay, made it to my hotel. I got super lucky because they let me check in early. Very nice place. The hotel looks really nice. My room is pretty dark, but clean and spacious and nice. The only thing is I forgot to look, there's no air conditioning, but I do have a gigantic fan. And the best part are these views. Just you wait. Okay, hang on. Wait for it. The good part is I am in an interior courtyard here, so it will not get hot in here because no sun can hit this room at all. All right, let's check out Coatepec. I made a wrong turn trying to get to the center of town and came across this adorable blue church, the Church of Our Lady of the Light. And I'm glad I did because of all the churches here, and there are a ton, this was my favorite. Legend has it that in the 19th century, a man named Navarro committed a crime against the then governor, for which he was sentenced to death. Navarro began to pray to a stamp of the Virgin Mary that he carried with him. That evening, the governor was visited by the Virgin, imploring him to pardon Navarro. He did just that, and the grateful Navarro vowed to build a church here. With the donations of people in the neighborhood, construction began in 1883. Initially a humble structure, its original dimensions were 20 feet wide by 82 feet long, with wooden fences and a tiled roof. It was expanded over the years, incorporating a vaulted ceiling, bell towers, and a polished cedar altar. What we see today wasn't completed until the 1990s. I love this church. Well, I guess since this is the coffee capital of Mexico, the first thing I should do is get some coffee. I have already passed probably 10 cafes. The Museo del Café is not just a great cafe. It offers visitors a presentation on the history of coffee, types of beans, different preparation techniques, and allows you to taste the difference among the varied beans and methods.
¿Está negro?
¿Así les gusta o les gusta más fuerte o más intenso o más suave?
Para mí está bien.
Aquí vamos a hacer la misma receta, 20 gramos de café por los 320 de agua.
That was good coffee. Hey, when I can drink coffee like that with no sugar, it's really high quality coffee. I learned that in Huatulco, if you saw my video on Huatulco. Anyway, I need something to eat. So that's next. You guys get to watch me eat again. Tamarindo. That's a spoon. Rico. I ordered a giant picada, which in the state of Veracruz are tortillas with a pinched up rim around the edges to hold the filling, similar to a sope. Mine is filled with a bean spread, shredded chicken, salsa, cheese, onion, and cream. Oh my god, this salsa is made with peanuts. So good. Parque Miguel Hidalgo, dedicated to the leader of the War of Mexican Independence, is the central plaza and cultural heart of town. Surrounded by colonial-style buildings, cafes, and local shops, the park features lush gardens, a charming gazebo, and shaded benches perfect for relaxation. It's a gathering spot for locals and visitors alike, often hosting live music, markets, and traditional festivals. Named after the patron saint of Coatepec, La Parroquia de San Jerónimo dates back to the late 17th century. Its construction required extensive labor from local indigenous communities who infused their ancient symbolism into the structure, such as the side entrance, whose stylized wooden arch symbolizes a snake's open mouth, complete with fangs, an ancient representation of caves as the entrance to the underworld. The church's interior is laid out in the shape of a Latin cross, adorned with vaulted ceilings, detailed altarpieces, and paintings that depict biblical scenes and the life of Saint Jerónimo. Every corner you turn, you see like the spires of another beautiful church. So I'm just kind of heading in the direction of these views of the churches to check them out. Look at this. What do you do when a cholera epidemic breaks out, devastating the town's population? Build a church dedicated to the Virgin of Guadalupe, of course. Construction of the neoclassical style Sanctuary of the Virgin of Guadalupe began in 1840 and was completed in 1853, featuring 2 towers, 3 naves, and a dome. After an earthquake damaged the church, the facade was reinforced with a neo-Gothic buttress adorned with floral motifs symbolic of Coatepec's traditions. The interior boasts intricate vegetal and geometric designs, 2 altarpieces, and a canopy housing the Virgin of Guadalupe's image. It is super cute here. I love how like on all the streets, you know, you see the mountains in the distance and there's like a fog that is rolling in right now, just like Jalapa. It was sunny when I got here and now the clouds have rolled in and I'd be surprised if it doesn't start to rain soon. So I think I'll head back to the room, take a little rest and then head back out for dinner and see what else I can get into maybe tomorrow. All right, see you guys soon. Coatepec. I wasn't going to record myself eating. I was going to spare you me eating another batch of enchiladas and mole. However, mole is really, really good. So I just had to come on and say that. And here we go. That's good. It's got a unique flavor to it. It's supposedly the mole of the house of this restaurant. And it is very, very good. Oh, and also this Jamaica with guayaba water is giving me life. And since the coffee here is so good, why not? Okay, bye. Well, I called it. It's raining. So I will see you guys tomorrow for more of Coatepec. Buenas noches. Okay, hola, buenas tardes. I am starting off the afternoon because I just came back from Jico, where I spent the whole morning. That will be a separate video. But I'm back in Coatepec and I just, of course, had to get this party started with some more coffee. I'm at Café Buenaventura, which has an extensive menu of different types of coffee. And I am trying the Coatepecana, which is coffee, brown sugar, and cinnamon. It's good, although a little weak in my opinion. And so like I said, it's late. It's already 3:30 and I spent the day in Jico. So today, or this afternoon, I'm going to hit a couple museums here in Coatepec. The first being the Museum of Orchids, because this area is known for its variety of orchids. So let's go. The Museo de la Orquídea is a tiny but unique botanical museum dedicated to the cultivation, conservation, and appreciation of orchids. It houses an extensive collection of over 5,000 orchid plants representing hundreds of species native to Mexico and other regions, including the world's smallest orchid.
Su nombre es platistele y mide aproximadamente 1 milímetro de diámetro.
Crecido.
Sí.
Okay.
Dos tipos de crecimiento, monopodial y simpodial. El monopodial tiene un solo eje y a partir de ahí va a crecer. Sin embargo, el simpodial, todas sus raíces van a direcciones y posiciones diferentes. Por acá utilizamos esta varita color amarillo, comúnmente conocida como la flor de mayo. Florece en ese mes y adornamos nuestras cruces para la celebración del 3 de mayo, que es el día de la Santa Cruz. Y también aquí en Coatepec nosotros celebramos a nuestro santo patrono San Jerónimo. Adornamos nuestras iglesias con gran variedad de orquídeas con las que contamos.
¿Cómo se llama?
Oncidium.
¿Oncidium?
Así es.
Oh, estas son muy bonitas.
Sí.
Parece insectos.
Sí. Aquí estaba la vaina, justo en este punto.
Ajá.
La que dura los 9 meses madurándose para después pasar a esta de acá. Aproximadamente 1 año después.
Wow. ¿Qué es eso? Animal, pájaro.
Chachalacas se llaman.
¿Chachalaca?
Ajá.
¿Vive aquí? Oh.
Sí, es que, bueno, no es que nosotros las tengamos, pero llegan aquí, porque tenemos guayaba también.
It's like a flying turkey. It was very interesting, but that goes down in history as the shortest museum visit I've ever had. That little tour was probably 10 minutes. And I just fell. Okay, heading to another museo called the Museo de Mole. And I see another church. This town is chock full of churches. Located inside the restaurant Casa Mercado, the Museo del Mole is a cultural and gastronomic space dedicated to celebrating the history, tradition, and flavors of mole, one of Mexico's most iconic dishes. And if you know me, you know I love me some mole.
Bueno, pues bienvenido a la primera y única sala museográfica permanente del mole en el país.
¿De verdad?
Sí.
This exceptional guided tour starts with the fascinating history of mole, from its indigenous origins to its Spanish colonial contributions, then moves on to explain its varied ingredients, types of chilies, the plethora of varied regional moles, and the modern-day equipment used to make it. And if you've chosen the complete tour, the fun begins with a game. Identify the ingredients through touch and smell while blindfolded. Es cacahuate.
Ajá, muy bien, sí.
Es uno por uno. You then get to attempt to make your own mole, the old-fashioned way, which is much harder than I thought. I have the calluses to prove it. Not bad for my first mole by hand. The experience ends with enjoying your creation with some freshly made tortillas. Oh my God, that was the funnest experience I think I've had traveling in Mexico. I loved every minute of it. She was awesome. Highly recommend it. I'm gonna make a whole nother video that's much more detailed because it was so fascinating and interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up here in Coatepec for tonight with this church that I showed you earlier, although now it's nighttime and it looks beautiful. And then I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow, I have to check out, but before I check out, I'm gonna really quickly climb the hill of the Culebra, they call it, the Hill of Snakes, because there's supposed to be a gorgeous view from up there, and I wanna hit that as well. Let's look at yet another church. Well, unfortunately there's a mass going on, so I can't really go in and get too many. Well, maybe fortunately for you guys if you're sick of seeing yet another church. Anyway, call it a night. Buenas noches. See you in the morning for a hike up the hill. Buenos dias, amigos. I am on my way to the hill. I overslept, so I'm rushing because I have to check out soon. As I'm walking up here, I'm passing another super cute church, which I don't have time to go in. I'm sure you're devastated. But I can't believe how many churches are in this town. Pretty churches. Anyway, let's go. Poor Mary. Buenos días. Cerro de las Culebras, or Snake Hill, was sacred to the Aztecs as it was the site of their origin story. It was here that their main god, Huitzilopochtli, was born. His sister, disapproving of her mother's pregnancy with Huitzilopochtli, tried to kill the mother, so immediately after exiting his mother's womb, he decapitated his sister and threw her body off this hill. He would later tell the Aztecs to look for a sign of an eagle perched on a cactus with a snake in its mouth. That would tell them where to build their capital, Tenochtitlan, present-day Mexico City. I made it, but I think this might be the last time I climb anything for any of my videos. So I hope you enjoyed that, because it was the last time. There's a church. Oh, not good enough? There's another one. Not good enough? There's another one. Oh, not good enough? There's another one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Coatepec and the neighboring Jico, which is the next video. Absolutely adorable towns. Very unique, pretty. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Check out my video on Jico, which I already did yesterday, but is gonna come after this video. And today I am off to Orizaba, which is my last stop on my Veracruz state adventure. Adios.